Hello, my name is Kasha. I came to live in the United Kingdom 3 years ago. I like being here. I like my school and my friends. I am glad they like me and that we get on. But sometimes I'm really fed up with all those questions about the country I was born in. And there are so many of them. Now it's Christmas and I have to deal with a whole load of questions. Like, when do you get to open your present? Actually, this is why I like our Polish Christmas. We find presents under the Christmas tree after a special Christmas Eve supper. Christmas Eve is a big deal in Poland, a bigger deal than Christmas Day, I think. So we cannot start our Christmas Eve supper until we can spot the first star on the dark winter sky. The first star we can find reminds us of the Star of Bethlehem that revealed the birth of baby Jesus to the 3 wise men. But my dad sometimes tries to convince his British colleagues we search for the first star to commemorate Nicholas Copernicus, the great Polish astronomer born in the 15th century in the Kingdom of Poland. Then my dad usually goes on to say that Copernicus invented a heliocentric model of the universe. I am not sure what that exactly means, but he stopped the sun and moved the earth. I like that story, but not because of Copernicus' achievements, but mostly because one of his sisters' name was the same as mine. A buddy of mine who did a bit of research asked me, "Is it true that you always leave one empty seat at your Christmas Eve supper table? And why?" I heard my dad say to his friends that it's because families in Poland must always be ready in case some of the cousins manage to buy a last-minute ticket from Heathrow or Manchester and make it in time for Christmas Eve supper, without giving a heads up. My mum says it's not necessarily true. According to tradition, empty seat, plate, cutlery is left for a lonely traveller who may be in need of food and shelter. Whenever my parents' opinions differ, I check on the internet. This time, Mum was right. But on the other hand, I really like those unexpected visits from my extended family. And that's not only because of the presents they always bring for me. One of my classmates wanted to find out what is the most bizarre thing in Polish Christmas celebrations. And there are a few interesting things. For example, there is a myth that on the night before Christmas, all animals are given voices and can talk. So if you are patient and quiet enough, you can hear what your dog or cat has to tell you. I tried it with my hamster last Christmas, but suddenly this didn't work. I was very disappointed. But this November, my hamster ate half of my parents' Polish-English dictionary by accident. Maybe this will help him find his voice this Christmas. The most frequent and favorite question I'm being asked these days is how do we say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in Polish? Okay? Ready, steady, wesołych świąt Bożego Narodzenia I szczęśliwego Nowego Roku. It sounds really hard at first, but if you try enough times, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it too. Anyway, I better go now to finish my last bit of homework before Christmas. Thank you for spending some time with me. Merry Christmas!